Hello everybody. So we are here to talk about providing alternative uncluttered text version of article, context and overview. I'm Mathieu Lovato-Stumpf-Koens from the Wikimedia Accessibility User Group. And by the end of this session, we should have more information about what is it, what it matters, how to make things go forward. And first, we will look at the global context. Of course, within our movement, we want to be able to provide everybody with an access to the sum of our knowledge, but more specifically, within the 2030 strategy, we have more narrow topics, including that we want that people that are left out by structure of power and privilege are no longer in this situation. We want to empower diverse community. We want to break down social, political, and technical barriers that prevent people from accessing and contributing to free knowledge. On the other hand, we have computer accessibility, or more generally, accessibility. So, on this point, we want to, and especially focus that the aim is to provide solutions that works regardless of disability type and severity of impairment of people who are using computer that might need some special hardware or software or not, but the main and most important things is that it must provide direct positive effect on people with disabilities. So with all that in mind, and I want to jump into something more concrete, and about that, this session came to life thanks to a first test we made with Irina. You can see a photo of Irina here. She is not completely blind, but she can use her computer without using a text-to-speech software. So we made a test in March 2000 of this year, and we tried to see together what's already worked well or what might be improved regarding the usability of Wikipedia. And following this session, we were able to come with some positive outcomes, including a report which was published in Meta. It led to the Hackathon session in May, and more focused on what we are talking right now. I won't go into details about the statements you can see here, but the conclusion was it might be very interesting to have uncluttered text version of articles. We will see in more details later why. And I just want to, before that, make a little focus on the Wikimedia Accessibility User Group, which also is a direct consequence of the previous session test. So as said, it's also a consequence of the creation of a session during the Wikimedia Hackathon in May. We have some statistics that you can see on that slide right now. So, including that, now we are more than 15 people in our Telegram group. We exchanged more than 1,000 messages, and we identified 8 main scopes and 6 currently highlighted topics. So you can see these topics here, and I won't go into detail of each items, but as you can see, the last one that I highlighted was the theme we are currently focused on. So to go into really something concrete, I took an example of an extract. It's an article, it's taken from an article on the French Wikipedia. It's not important to be able to understand what is it about, but it's more important to focus on, as you can see here, there are some dates or numbers with also some references which are next to them. And at least with Orca, which is the software which was used during our test sessions with Irina, it was very confused, the software, with the way to pronounce that. So for example, here you have a date, 1984, and just after that there is a reference. In the French version of Wikipedia, you don't have any other element like a square bracket that separates the number of the reference from the date, like here. So the software will pronounce something like here it will be 1000. Well, anyway, it wouldn't pronounce the right number. Even here, we don't have necessarily a date, but it can be rather confusing at the moment. So, to be perfectly clear, on the left you have the text as it is, more or less on Wikipedia right now, and on the right what we would like to have to be able to provide as input for text-to-speech or any other situation where more raw text is more useful. So basically it means simply withdraw all the links and the references. For that, we have several possibilities of implementations. It might be through some module, gadgets, or extension. So it might be some Lua code, JavaScript, or PHP. And here you have a possible mockup with a link which was added to the section print and export. Here we are. Oh, okay. Before I finish, I wanted to add some thanks, especially to people that made the session possible, like the Wikimedia staff, members of the Wikimedia Accessibility User Group, Wikimedia community at large. Thank you to you for your attention. And if you want to join us, you'll be more than welcome. We have, as said, a Telegram group. Here is a link, and you'll can be sure to be more than welcome. And we also will have a session in an unconference just after that. We have some credits for the images, and so if you have some question, please come at our unconference. And